Ghana we dey.
Ghana
we dey. But if you out the young corner, the man say, "What's in your better me, papa?"
Yeah, twaso. To me at the Chief Executive Officer, the Forestry Commission of Ghana, Dr. Hugh C.A. Brown. And what you to actually must say 350 private companies. And what do you forest air plantation in Moa? Abwa pioneer sika womanya womono, and Yansam Katua.
Na ene waboto igwa inso da omana nara ontumu indua injiban emma ne manfu wonjini da mama no yereka injiban ho bambwa otochima wo mu ye pa
abusiofo ensem bebere ka ho ne aboabo ano ayede ebesomu na yemfa seda ema enyumekoi wo mo na so yesene waire pensuo ensuo kroje water is life enti waire pensuo is life ensuo no yese yenkwan nanso ahwe ya bekwa akwanu nsuo bi ebeye owuo e de amawo enti wo pensuo kama eyoire pensuo nyambo a wo kyena ye memenda wo mo mbe we de beye wo mo beye party birthday parties wo mo mbe kwaye ni nyina ye programs ahodo enti ubehie nsuo nso wase eno ane wayire pensuo mu mfre sisi a wo kyena no patutututu ko na yaso ane ye de brew number ni 0539596165 0539596161 ye kira kwan e wotado so ave bo sheba electrical senkane ane de eno ane hwa osan bo sheba electricals ho a na ne pete na ukotu ni tuo pete nso de utu ni tuo amfa so bi eni so enti bomodin abra bo sheba na beje chandelier corner light gate light ceiling light ne light ahodo nyina e wo honom ye wedu pz ye ne kedetia ye Dubai no edi hwani mu antiata akofo building mu nso e wo kedetia ho anso behu yen ana pz ho a e na ba ye Oyerepa FM efie ha e wo prisons runabout edum ha nso a ye wa ha Frey 03220 30838 and 0536095966.
Enyuma kuno edoso na enuanum abie na enyimbiru yerba aboso mu amemezine ze uncle ebo baini menye menua besia
nana efia broni papa bi pesa white ye kase bono ase
ye den sam ne munchirem ya dero so moja na yereko so afo no hwensase ena ifom egududo omane ganem na asoye no no ena yewura Emmanuel Amakofibua oja tu igwade ine de omane Ghana afia otwemi re afforestation there yersan yedua nua na yenu kwa yebretu a ni nyinara ya se no na yenya mframapa ye nhomo no abande sunu de yebeye no ni nyinara no nso no oyaja Tree for Life jumeja afini de be no yedua oye nnua opepepepi eduasa kwa 31 million no nnua ne yedua pa olichirema oburma abande sinu do de owodo odua no do ojerema sem nyina tugwa gwabra inde de no nso na afi impinu ni edunu esia eji jumaji opa hotama wodereba hyehyado
transformative policies and programs aimed at restoring degraded ecosystems, conserving biodiversity, and reducing emissions and building resilient communities. Among these initiatives, the Tree for Life Reforestation Initiative stands as one of the flagship interventions of government. This was launched in 2025 and seeks to mobilize all Ghanaians towards restoring a graded landscape, increasing national tree cover, combating desertation, protecting watersheds, and contributing to climate commitment. I'm pleased to announce, as has already been stated, that in the 2025 edition of the Tree for Life initiative,
Tree for Life, and in the day open wapa watam no wie na oro hye oye adesuafo awo Marigana mu inkran de wo mo modera na wo ma hono kwano ndo hono nwange nnua ne nnua hu ye papapo sane de se yenya dam akwanje na kwano yetu de mana mo na ya de bohen kwaye ho ban wo Marigana mu.
The choice of the West African Senior High School as the venue for this national celebration is highly symbolic. The future of environmental sustainability rests largely in the hands of today's youth. And so, my fellow students, we are not merely beneficiaries of environmental protection efforts. You are active partners in shaping the sustainable future. And this is where your leadership starts. I therefore encourage every student here today and across the country to become an environmental ambassador. Plant trees and care for them. Avoid littering and improper disposal of waste. Conserve water and energy.
Enchonyam fama kofi bu an kwa kuremun ina ose ina de jinaya abanesi da fimpinu no aduonu esuan wode taboroto oya take away do ena afa disposable cups in the plate ne dinara dambre yadrebo boma no ho ba no ni nyina ya yesaya abane pedo oya no te boa na jobo aja bo wetwe ye no ho oya environment ni nyina no ya bo ho ban.
Government remains committed to addressing plastic pollution and environmental sanitation challenges. Following the announcement of His Excellency the President John Mahama during the 2025 World Environment Day celebrations, the process towards banning polystyrene foam products, commonly known as styrofoam takeaway packs, is already progressing steadily. Public education on waste management, recycling, and responsible consumption is also being intensified nationwide.
Emmanuel ama kofi ibua osafa anu no hwe ensase ina fo megutudo e wo maniganem
yentu akase bonusom ene aba betodwa ese eyade a enkrofo afa kwan bi so a wo mo tonkwada edi fro maniganem ani abehwe bosompo no mo de netwa Nigeria ne yede ne Cote d'Ivoire ne yede ne na obu ohokra otumi ba osu o mepa akwada na akwa akwotena wa nkuti ankoyeyi ankohwehwemu na wodi akwada na mane so one ne nkwotena abeti weni no ne yede oba edwane na esa akwa akoya homete sempa child trafficking no ekoso angazangaza na no ena nei empenyifo bi aba bekasa eye dialogue koso anase nkomotwetwe koso ye fa human trafficking ho nipa ye wia wo mo ekoton eho eno nam so ema senior immigration officer Alberta Ankara ekasa wase eno wo kire mu se ye chew se wafa kwan bi so ewi akwada akwa akoton no anase wo kura wa ba bewi akwada no a wodi ni dwane ne ye chewa 25 years aburo so 25 years efiase de obekwa akwada ayafin so wode efutuo ma wofo se ono ba wo ho na obi ba na obeka che so me pa kwada ne na atena hwehwe nipa ne ti ye pa ansampo na wode oba no de ama no se wone ne nkotena sanse dodo na no wode akwada ne be ma ne be wie no na afi wode akwada ne dwane anase wakwa akoton ne be wie kire owofo na afi wu twedwadwo na wusu ni nyina yade a ha adwene papa.
Say you are found guilty of any of these offenses, whether it is child labor, child trafficking, human trafficking, whatever trafficking you find yourself, if you are found guilty, a man will be now man will be so no. The minimum sentence is 5 years, maximum 25 years. Inti emfa oba mobi say fakoye abra woni mu de nipa no de oba no kwa akoye obi suba no be dada o sa kwantu obi da baby na me pese wokọ make sure so be finding out whether baby or they will call a fine purposes baby from migration information centers. You can visit any of the centers. So be person or do to find now first I want to know they will call pair bisa hunsam.
Ni ekoti ye Madam Alberta Ankara wano senior immigration officer ewo Ghana Immigration Service any attending kano na director of project and operations and so edema engage now Africa afasi komla and so edibi eto aso a wo kire mu seyi
kakra pese ka kire awofo ni ankrankra ani ko bia ni se wo se akola bi anaso awofo bi di ni bako sa nyama wo ma ehse o ka kire ni se mbrani tia ye di kan ne tusum ye nu so no Mse emrane chimso a ebejeli kakra me sampe se metu ofu bia funu se moma yan twen yan fi enkola sidwa suma sidwa na ye de enkola bebre ekomu no ne yen se enkola no nyankopon de ye man se yambo on ne yen hwom
Wani Payatin in Kenya, Director of Projects and Operations, Edema Engage Now Africa. Alpha C Komla and the Atese Wakase.
Na in the day, Krata be ifi, Asaya, Osha Pomitano, Udo, Ewo Manigana Merchra, Ministry of Oil Health. Na Oyimianfo Kobraminta Kando, Enoda Dam Asayana no. Krata ni na Richemede. Konfanoche abanna ayaresabia no oye board of directors no mo modernara no panyini kwankyerefo mekire chief executive officer wontwe nensensen ne dwumaja oji do panyini kwankyerefo oda ayaresabia na ase no wontwe nensen na wotwe ebien na wonkoda no woye hwehwemi bi wode damasemi botugwa oye inda ifide yara dwumbusu no do otodo enum yi ena wode damasemi abotugwa ni nyina ye de oye inda nansa oncherebie na wotwe amu ina opanyini di botu gode konfanoche accident and emergency center hono ehwa ye maye papa nisa sunti no oyaza nyimpa dodo a ende emergency center no botum waji hono wanja am wabrodo baya empan ebasa orokona anan enti nisa sunti no wontwentwendo damro bi ba onkonfa no nkotwere bebi no nkotwen na onkofi nsa enti onya ye sabia ahorowa owo mantema yina bidi nkomode referral cases a wodo be yina no wonya aboter no won pa be finfo wono nto doctor sa opeda wash won konfa no che ayaresabie no wobafra hwan na woyi won adidi nkomo no wache won impo no so oda bi ni ko hokora no kwahwa ne wetu adwene pape ya ote de me apanyini ye onkyere biara ena yenya nkrata de osofo hwa apomede no do minta aka no afra ne de ombra nkrampupu ni mantem oya inna de yara ebra inde pramo etowe no no na chire no ena da meeting ni opanyini kwai waboto gwade wose worotwe owurei wode na asensan ye papa wo wie nso no wose oyaja obi a oya kasamanfo ejima konfanache abana yeresabian onyensa ntwofo ekeji nkomo bi fada masem ni nyina ho ntiro ano so wo hwehwe na asem mu ne ni nyina mu no so okoba de nkomo na onyensa ntwofo beji ya wo Ghana fu oni di mu no nso no so obubo na ano so atwetwe bokwa maniye papa na wose wo si de megyina ni nyina o sane de omanpayi botu gwade ayesabie bia nyu wo Ghana wode yarefo bia akwa manya wadwe na enje de empa ho de mpanyiwo jeno na yenyim sa akona sa mpanyi ho a okwa asa doctors no wode bi ba hyehyɛ ho nachiro se woboso yeso bio se obama nurse se ne de mpa fifi katefifi aba na wode aboso ono wosedam asem na president kan nti ena opanyini aja waye no webu president na asem o kan nti no watwe na asensen na da masem ka se boede ebrin hyada ho na mmum no nyame ya adom a dachena wobo oye no ebien aha no ndumienu 12 noon pay wense ho report video ye be chechemu ye na wode efia wode ko
na ye to asum Chief Executive Officer at the Forestry Commission of Ghana, Dr. Hugh C.A. Brown, and what they are to ya watch them say tree for life, obviously tree for life. Eh, idea, here papa, passe ye dear, and ya. Edio, fantifon me boy, how me. Say ye dear, and ya, ewa mino emono, a yepa, bebwa won't say, and they galam say for adamant in Yano, say ye to guani, say ye to gwen ye tibibo forestimu, na ye to galam say, or honey, they was say, Nina, nya de papa and tieneno, wamuguswa, ya wamudia, and Yana sa, said ye beya, a bidumo diana say, Niano, ye to no ye be say nya fofra eno so ebe fefe aba eno ntino wodi nkomo wa bra wonom kwhia ye e wo West Africa Senior High School na chese enkomo twetwe course na asemtia na da dwumedie no eso eye forest and economics na Dr. Brown kire say efri se wo mo hye se dwumedie yase eyade a companies ahodo ye ankura companies private ones no wo mo de wo ho agimu bi ye won mo eboa se de be adwumedie betumi akonkan na nam so kura mpo ama eye forest plantation sector ho no wo mo atumi a generate sika na say wo mo atumi aye enye sika esombo $260 million ya enya sem ketwa kra.
In 2025 a total volume of 952,000 cubic meters of timber and timber products were supplied to the domestic and export markets valued at roughly $260 million. Visitation to ecotourism sites within wildlife parks and forest reserves was estimated at roughly 800,000 visitors, an increase of over 20% over the previous year. Currently, a total of over 350 private companies and individuals are engaged in commercial forest plantations within forest reserves, mainly for timber production and carbon credits. However, in spite of these socioeconomic and ecological benefits that we derive from our forests,
Any okoti ye Dr. Hugh Brown and yete se wakase wano ni Chief Executive Officer Edema Forestry Commission of Ghana.
Awusayan kase bono do. Na onyumnyamfo Erikopoku ino olkase na
its relevance has never been greater.
Enti onyumnyamfo Erikopoku no ano kase yemfo Erikopoku no kase minta kanda ho Sam George nso ho ministers awaba kasa nkote wo motew
More 12 why watching more 12 why yenko yenim na zeni ewesi sheet enwumre mo de fa sheet ndo kwachachna 12 no we sheet why ye ko yenim onyambo chiro bi entie no ewo wayirepa TV so why na akwane sheet dodo embenifo wo mo da chebi school for the dead na say yenuanom asebi wo mo aso ente kasa wo mo suku ye wo chebi na embenifo wo mo kasa no wo mo kire se eyade a eduane ho akwatwe pa de ama wo mo afei wi eduane sem no efiri ho no mo a infrastructure chese enkwanya wo mbetena so ye tebura wo mbesua so ade ene ade afei teaching and learning materials bi ti say chalk ne book ne ye notebook ne chese niema bia ye di suade bia wo ho no yade a ho akwatwe pa de ama wo mo ntino wo mo so mo sere aban afei ankrankra wo bie eno achi corporate organizations ahodo a enhye abayase anase ekueku a enhye abayase ene omamu ni nyina se yenko wono mo emwa na de edrede ahokyere aba papa na eno nam so ama mu kire mu a ama adekire ho yeden afei adesuafo no ankasa kra wo mo asetire mu nso ayedene sanse duane a wo mbedie no ebi ni wa beden na nipa no kra no wetumi esuade amana yeye yemfa yefunu pan enhye abenti no eno no na wo mo kire se eyade a wo mo besan so ehia ne ma bebre detergent ne chese ne ma ahodo eka ho na wo mo de sansem we atudwa wa bra owura Emmanuel Abio na wo kasa ene ade ne entie ho nsem.
The items that we received today will have a great impact on the learners because we have received food items from the government, but it's not enough. Therefore, benevolent organizations and then the philanthropists in a community who decided to give their social responsibility to the community remembered us. So if you go to the dining hall, the way you see the food that we used to distribute, this time we are going to increase the quantity and then nutritional value. We are going to improve upon it and they can concentrate in the class. No one will be leaving the class because of hunger. So I believe it will go a long way to help.
Any equity ora Emmanuel Abio wano penia wada chebi school for the death ano attending kanana ora Abio eto asubium eno si school ni de ba ye nye emfie bebre nie ena school no eba ye nanso ene mo bebre na se wo ho a won mu hia accommodation kra so kra dene achechefo no baby a won beda headmaster baby a obeda ene ade ni nyina ho ayedene teacher for no staff no to de bia ate so mo ahyehye o mo nkunya wo school na bonten no mo atumi atena ho ama kemba kenkwada books ni ade wase chese ene ama se kra
Yes, the school has been established for long, but with majority of the staff are staying outside, and these people need 24-hour monitoring and supervision. So we are appealing to benevolent organizations to come to our aid to put up a staff bungalow for the staff, and also we need a photocopier that we can use to print their question papers for them, because they are writing the same exam with the hearing counterparts. If not, there will be a gap. But if we have all these resources, there is nothing like disability. We'll be able to do that. We need a printer, and then in the classroom we need the projectors, because they learn by vision. So some of the abstract things, when you are explaining it in sign language, they
Enti natural say Owura Emmanuel Abil and your Kano headmaster at the Machepi School for the Deaf. I don't know.
If you're Ghana card.
Me will be
Ghana card.
Ghana card
on the Shamuan. Since you are Ghana, you Ghana card into Japan.
We.
Aye. In your Ghana card and Sunny. Yaje kasebon lukopo emo ewo etifido mantem na oye etamale kropono opanyini kwankyere fo hwe wumasua do ho owura Nelson oye Conlan ono ori kiremde iremu ewo oye kropono mu a schools ahoro a owo no imuwa moframa batena do na wesua ade no ye homu ebupen eduakono ni yinara no na chede wo hiaye papa na chede efesukus oha wo ende tamale kropon mu anemu idupe ina wo nwa amofra tumetina do na wo sua no no chem de adeno ho ye papa na odedema semi tugo wa bra kropon mu mpanyimfo wa bo modinara nwa apem oha na chire oye eduosuan 1170 ni yinara wadere ko bo mo schools ahoro na watum na wesua de no no chem de de manu motu ni yina na chire no oha mu ebupan eduokron a aye oha no nwa ya no wada kwei wa ni yina na chire no ehwema ebupan eduasia ni yinara no so no yada wada ho na wohia.
Furniture deficit, I want to say, is almost 90% in deficit. Because if you go to most of our schools, the story is just the same thing. So what is there is barely, we have about 10% of the furniture that is supposed to be in our schools. Because last time, the Honorable Mayor witnessed the donation of some other furniture when he came and took over. And that went into the system. That was not able to solve much of the problem.
Neko Kremwen ena tamale kropon mo bankrati penyin onyiminyamfo Abu Takoro odi chemede kropon worbo wonu modini ye papa de woboboa ima inwa ko schools ahorwa owo oye kropon mu na ndehwa oye assembly ne common fund no opepe ekuru na kira nan 1.4 million Ghana cedis ni yinara wada aboa wodire ye nwa good schools ahoro awo kruponum.
Yes, today we are here to fulfill the promise made by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama during the 2024 campaign tour. He made it clear that when they gave us the mandate, we are going to make sure that the furniture deficits that in our public schools, we are going to make sure that every blessed year we use 10% of our common fund to supply furniture to the schools. So exactly what we are doing today, Tamale Metropolitan Assembly. We are going to do it in 3 phases. Today is phase 1. Phase 1 is going to be solely for primary schools. So primary school, we are handing over 1,170 dual desks to the Metro Director of Education, onward supply to 29 schools within the metropolis. Then the second phase 2, the supplier has started bringing the mono desks.
Enti onyiminyamfo Abu Takoro oye etamare kropon abankrati penyin ninze ene yeti.
Na say ensembi aba yaso ko Ghana ye port wono a bebi a enkrofo kra niema efa edeba etise tema port ne say bi kora watakra de meboa aha se port no aya na yakra ne ma efa ho eba no bia meka port yo obi akwadwen se da sen na meka nya da sen we ye baby a yakra ne ma ebedru ewo man ni mu na afi nipa kora ne ma ba bedru no akọ no akoyi na ade ede aba eho asem na meka na ye kire mu anansen yese empanyifo ye hyehyeye bi a chese ama woni yakra ne ma firi amanone ede bo man mu no wo mo kwakoyi a ho chire wo bo pa ko ye de wo mo fa so nje se eye frustrating nankasa ha dwene enti no amanfo kasa ho atese abeye yo ya nkrofo ka ho nsem bebrebe nanso namso ama Media Coalition of Good Governance MCGG wo mo de aba betudwa a chire mu se senior amanfo kano no say integrated customs management system no de wo how aba importers and exporters so no wo kire mu anya no kresa ente sa kra wo mu se wo man bia no anasa ade bia no ye na nsakra foforo ba aho kire kitwe bi ebetumi abamu de nanso ente sesa ne enkrofo esi kan ya sa no na wo panyi e fra ne se kwadwo ba afo wono ene wo gine koya na mu ya wode ensemi atudwa wa bra na one more friends emtrofo enhyiemo ewo enkran mantam no emu
adwumaku no ye frɛ on LCB Worldwide Ghana na aya na mpempini susu sɛ enuoma na efiri amanone ba no ebetimi de eye nyarewa de aba ɔman mu nti dwumadi ɔmudi wɔ airport wɔ ne sɛ saa hawa yare a de bɛba ɔman mu na ɛbɛfa airport no omo ene hwe eso ano omo ye adwuma no mfie bebree die saa adwuma koyi susu no omo ne Ghana Shippers Authority ene ye adwuma ene eye se omo disinfect containers ne susu omo ayi mu susu no eye apomodin nsem nyina no eye Ghana Health ena ehwe ano ana eda ano nti Ghana Health for ene omo wo saa contractor omo no mu ye adwuma nti abrenu bia adwuma omo ye nyina Ghana Health ne hwe se ne omo ye nyina edida na akwan mu se eye pepepe nti Ghana Health so abo maba so se adwuma omo ye no omo ye ni ye na we na anuanom bi ba abonten se omo adwuma omo ye no enkoyi nti no nkomo be stress adwuma omo ye no kra engine free omo nsem na yemfa ma obi foforo no omo ye de omo
enti we convener Edema Media Coalition for Good Governance MCGG enatese wakase ora kwadwo bafo etuahene
Ohina owo wasa togbi ikrom wasa east oye krosin mu wo atoye mantem ona namanfo ena wode adeseze rema Electricity Company of Ghana ECG ena impanyimfo awodam krosin mu yanda wombo honi ye papa na onye nsentwemfo lidi nkomo no na ohene ya owo togbi ikrom Ochiame Kwame Opari gina nani mukasa ni wale sade wano transformer oboa mu wonya enyinama hwanzen ochema nkuruto owo ho ni nyina mo biare nyibi no ana nanse watwa ena oji gumtire mu wato tupa ibum explosion abaye sum na wabe wori chem de beye busum abien wade sum ye papa ono sesunti wale sre Electricity Company of Ghana ena afei emrashe begomnya owo oye de mabatu ni position so mikire wo se east onyimyamfo Isaac Ejemen said de wo modernara na manyama rokono wade sum a cher
Oh, transformer I said, Busum de Ayadu. Oh, transformer I said, a teacher for her, a police for her, doctor for her, a nurse for her, mines for her, and a Jumabe Brisommi and Funa Mua. A police for the offer how baby. How often you know, Sabi one talepra or to the Aqua Juma Crampon a your how. Omunia Mavru a your how. Umwedri and Yanni who can in a your how, a police for any nurse phone. Oh, Kruma. Your how be the chronosem a deba krumu.
Neko krumun ana omanfa wo krum ho bia isumi a wa boro ko ba busum abie no won so wakasa e kire hawa dam dwumaji da bra hwan
transformer na sai ni die hawa di bre no amama sese krum aye kusu na eto so bi no susu eyi na nkora mu fese na omu ndo so sa sese ni omu aba no omu su si dan e di ka ho nti amama sese dan no badoso si transformer no ne somali for susu omu yusubi mi ena kro foforo susu kro akra akoye se site foforo susu be ka ho ma o se transformer no e bi ka ho ana ensu si wei nti enu na mama sɛ sɛ yɛ brɛ ɔta so mama kakra na ebro
enti wasa togbi krom wasa isi krosin mo toye mantem asam na yerekini na kasebo no wesi na yerekanfo ejamode in the day no virtuous woman wana bosomosum dwumaji awodi ada no mekere ne da yewude no wofrase ne ifide ahwachi no ne ba se pepepe wode be ginam nyasem kakraba na me adom a eda ekina memende ahwachi no ne ba se wode be ginam wo wie a ono yo Yerepa radio no to no wo wie a anopa no nsia kopem anopa no wotwe wode mpa bo chencherenche ko ginam ewo Yerepa conference hall eheara nti wore sema metini na de womre ereba na agi ibi aka wo ho eda ba amadwumaje no aye kama ye gina do na ye de kasebo no mu aseda amasamfuma yin ye renwa no rodro korea Jimmy Cliff e producer studios ha amwaten wadonkwa deken eno obunye chindom the producers enwanum ebie na ye bosom na amemezene se uncle ebo baini ena
Nana efia broni pape bi pesa white ye koidie na kire se KO bi ne dom wo mo de eye asetena pa mun komo ebeto so ye da masem mo ni hwa adehye